I was full of cuts, full of bruises. I hit the seabed like 200 times. People were watching me, which I don't really care about, but it was painful. Was it worth it? 100%. We have to learn this. We have to. Do you remember that a couple of videos ago I was like, well, if I'm able to rock start from a rock below the surface, it's gonna be super easy for me to beach start. Not exactly. But I came out with a couple of tips that I think that might really help. The first two things are kind of obvious, yet I didn't do them. The first one, of course, is to not start from a shallow beach. We won't be able to do that. I think that not even a pro will be able to start from the beach where I was trying at the beginning. And my 77 centimeter mast was border limits. I'm not sure I would have been able to start with an 82 or an 85 centimeter mast. 85 for sure not, maybe 82. Just like to learn the rock start, you need the right rock. To learn the beach start, you need the right beach. And it's not only the depth, because also the drop, the shape of the foreshore is important. I'm not sure whether having this drop on the shore is better or worse, because from one side it's easier because after you jump you have deep water, but on the other hand it's harder to time because you have to jump exactly in that spot. Anyway, I think that the steeper the foreshore, the better. You can always run sideways if it's too steep, but the opposite, it's not possible. You cannot fix a flat, shallow beach. That's it. Besides wasting like an hour on a shallow flat beach, I also wasted a lot of time because I didn't warm up before trying this thing. It's super physical. You have to run in a weird way. You have to jump super high. You have to win the resistance from the water. And then after you land on the board, you even have to stay high on the mast to not hit the seabed. What I would really recommend you to do before trying the beach start, unless you're a pro, is stretch your hip flexors, jump as high as you can to warm up your muscles and get used to jump so high, and try a couple of times to rock start at least. Of course, it's mandatory that you know how to rock start, but if you do it a couple of times before trying the beach start, I'm pretty sure this is gonna help. The other difficult thing is the run. Yes, it's weird, but on top of that, there are three main problems. The first one is that unlike the rock start and the dog start, you don't have a specific point to start from, so it's hard to be consistent, it's hard to start always from the same spot. The second thing is that you have kind of guess where is the drop, if you have this drop and if it's kind of wavy, so you cannot really see the seabed. And on top of these two things, you also have to time the waves, because if you start running when the wave is going down, you're gonna take off, you're gonna jump, and your foil is gonna be out of the water. So I found out that the best thing that you can do is to start running as soon as the wave breaks. Another difference that I found from the rock start is that the rock start you can do it in one movement. You can jump from the rock on the board, you can stand up and you can pump. Beach starting is not like that. You cannot do that. At least I'm not able to do that. You have to do it in two steps. So you run, you jump, most likely you're not gonna land with your feet in the middle of the board like you would in the rock start, because you jumped so high that you cannot even place the feet in the middle of the board. So most likely your feet are gonna be at the edge of the board. So you have to keep your hand on the board so that you can move your feet, both of them, and then you can release the board and stand up. But it's super hard because you cannot afford to lose height on the mast. And the last problem is that it's hard to be relaxed. Okay, it was the first time, so it was even harder, but still, you have to make an explosive movement, a super powerful movement. And at the same time, you have to be kind of light like a cat on the board. That's super hard. But this doesn't mean that we cannot do that. We just have to go out there and practice, 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 over and over, until we either break the foil, either break our bones, either manage to beach start. That's that. You can click in the first link in the description below to subscribe to my weekly newsletter where I share extra tips every Sunday, and you can also get access to the pump foil guide from the same link. You can click in this video right here to find out how Nicholas was able to pump for more than 4 hours, more than 50 kilometers. Otherwise, if you already watched it, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.